All right, so first question is if I 301 redirect three domains with high DA do follow relevant backlinks to my money site, how much time do I have until I get penalized? So,
It's a cool question.
so if you 301 domains, how long till you get a penalty, Nick?
I mean, there's no telling. It's going to be dependent on your 301s, and then 301s are fairly volatile. So if you're doing three at one time, my guess is it's probably not going to take, but there's a chance that it might. How long before you get penalized?
I mean, 301s aren't
Eh,
really known for giving you a penalty.
Well, you can with sneaky redirects, right? So if you've got, let's say, 20 links going to this new domain, it's a 5-page website, and then you 301 three domains with high DA because they've got an insane amount of backlinks. My guess is you're going to get penalized pretty quickly because, there's nothing natural about that. But
If you do
let's,
three at the same time.
with a very small starting domain, right?
Okay.
Now, let's say you've got like a massive domain. It's been chugging away at churning content for, 6 months to a year. It's got 1,000+ referring domains, and then you redirect three smaller domains. Um, Probably more likely that you're going to get away with it. So the question is going to depend on some variables, but at the same time, let's go into this again. A redirect is supposed to emulate a company taking over another company, right? So you picture it like a merger or something like that. How often in time do you see a company take over three companies at once?
But it's not really impossible either.
No, it's not impossible, and so that's why it's you might get away with it, especially if you're paying attention to variables like how big the site is and how big the 301s are
So
in
let's say
relevance.
this. Let's say that his site is fairly new.
Yeah.
Let's say it's got less than 100 referring domains, his main money site.
Hmm.
And then he's got three 301 domains that he wants to use.
Yeah.
And let's say each one of those has, I don't know, 500 or more referring domains on them.
Hmm.
So, they're quite a bit bigger than the main money site. How would you go about, starting with your money site that has less than 100 referring domains? How would you work those three 301s into it?
Pick one 301, the one that you want to work the most, the one that's got the most index pages probably, and then 301 that one, and then hold on to the other two, and see how that plays out, and watch and monitor what happens in the SERPs using something like Ahrefs. And when you get a positive influx in the SERPs, um, you can take that as a trust bonus, so to speak, and then you can consider doing another 301. But I would
Should they
probably
be
stagger them
should they be adding other backlinks in as well?
for sure. Yeah.
So you're adding the first 301 in, you're waiting for some positive kind of results, and maybe you're building other links to the money site directly in the
Right.
meantime.
So again, since it's a merger, or since we're trying to emulate that, typically when one company takes over another company, you're going to have press that also comes along with that. So it'd be natural to see this 301, or rather, via the 301 happening, your asset would also be getting a lot of backlinks from different websites talking about the merger.
Okay, so yeah,
So, in short,
so
how
add
long
one.
until you get penalized?
But as far as best
Depending on a lot
practices
of that.
goes, add one, wait for some positive results, add some more natural backlinks in.
Yeah.
Um,
And then I mean,
how would you know when you can safely add the next one?
you'd be every time you put a post up, you're getting top 3 pages for that post pretty quickly. Would show that your website's in good health and trusted by Google. So then you can start to reassess if you want to take another gamble type maneuver with it.
When you're 301ing, I actually don't mess around with 301s myself too much, which You can see I'm asking Nick all the questions here because I know he's played around with it more than I have.
I used to like doing a lot more than I do now.
What's the most 301s you've added to a site and got good results out of it? Or do you normally stick to like one?
3 or 4 probably
4.
tops. But
kind of
that's
time
spread
frame?
out over like, 2 years or so. And then I've got different recipes that I like to use when I 301 to kind of increase the ability to get them to stick and resonate well. And a lot of that has to do with just, how I manage my backlinking campaigns for the month that I do it and then the months shortly thereafter.
Cool. Yeah, so maybe not do all 301s at the same time.
No, and especially with the newer site, spread them out, try and make things look natural. That's what we preach around here is you're going to get more longevity out of your assets if you just try and make them look natural.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Be sure to check the description below for links to our blog for more info on this topic, along with a bunch of other cool stuff like case studies, our Facebook community, and our link building services. And like always, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell if you enjoyed the video. Thanks and happy ranking.